The great palace of Zadra once echoed with the thunder of wings, the hiss of fire, and the laughter of its ruler, the Dragon Empress Kalara. But now the hall stood quiet. Candles flickered in a lonely dining chamber, where a single cake sat on the long table. Its surface bore 24 glowing candles, their tiny flames trembling in the silence. Kalara sat before them in her chair of carved obsidian, the wheels etched with ancient runes. Her legs, once the strongest among the dragonborn, lay still beneath her. The accident had taken her flight, her power, and her joy. A fall from the skies during battle had broken her wings and spine, grounding the Empress forever. She stared at the cake, the words written in frosting. Happy birthday, Kalara. She had written it herself. No subjects remained loyal enough to stay. Her advisors had abandoned her. Her warriors had sought stronger leaders. Even her closest friends whispered that she was no longer fit to rule. A hollow laugh escaped her. Happy birthday, indeed. She blew out the candles alone. Outside the palace gates, a battered hover cart rumbled to a halt. It belonged to Joran, a mechanic known more for fixing junkyard engines than repairing royal machines. Beside him sat his son, Milo, a boy of 8 with hair perpetually sticking up like sparks from a fire. "Dad, is this really where the Dragon Empress lives?" Milo asked, eyes wide at the towering spires. "Used to live," Joran muttered, brushing grease off his hands. "Not many go inside anymore. But she sent word." Her chair was breaking. "And I don't turn down work, even if it comes from royalty." "Will she be scary?" "Maybe," Joran admitted. "But she's also alone. People forget rulers are still people." The palace gates creaked open with eerie slowness, as though they hadn't been used in years. Joran wheeled his cart inside, his son skipping at his side. They found Kalara in the dining hall. Pushing the cake aside, her golden eyes dull. For a heartbeat, she seemed carved from stone. Then she blinked, and her gaze fell upon them. "You came," she said softly, as though the word surprised her. Joran gave a respectful bow. "I heard your chair needs work. I can fix it. This is my son, Milo." Milo grinned and waved. "Hi, is it really your birthday?" Kalara stiffened, then nodded. "It is." Milo's grin widened. "Happy birthday. Where's everyone else?" Her lips parted, but no answer came. Joran shot his son a warning look, but Kalara simply lowered her gaze. "There is no one else." The boy's smile faltered. He turned to his father, whispering, "She's all alone." Joran's heart twisted. He glanced at the cake with its extinguished candles. Something in the room, the emptiness, the aching silence, gnawed at him. Clearing his throat, he said, "Then maybe we can stay for a while, if you'll have us." Kalara blinked, startled. "You would dine with me? A fallen empress?" Joran shrugged. "Everyone deserves company on their birthday, even fallen empresses." Her lips curved in something faintly resembling a smile. "Very well. Sit." So they sat at the vast table, one mighty empress, one grease-stained mechanic, and one boy whose laughter filled the chamber. Milo talked endlessly about broken hover bikes in her shop, about the stars he wanted to visit, about how he once tried to fix a toaster and accidentally set it on fire. Kalara listened, at first politely, then with genuine warmth. She found herself laughing, a rusty sound, and used for too long, when Milo proudly declared, "Dad says I'm his best helper, but I think I'm the boss." "You sound like a dragon already," Kalara said, eyes glinting with amusement. After the cake was cut, 3 uneven slices, Joran rolled her chair toward the mechanic's cart. The runes on its wheels glowed faintly but flickered in places, like a dying ember. "This is old work," Joran muttered, crouching down. "Strong but unstable. Whoever built this didn't expect it to last forever." Kalara watched him work with quick, skilled hands. For years, she had been surrounded by flatterers who spoke in riddles, advisors who offered nothing but empty counsel. Joran spoke plainly, honestly, without fear of offending her. It was refreshing. Milo, meanwhile, decorated the empty hall with bits of paper, tearing scraps from his sketch pad and drawing stars, dragons, and rockets. He taped them clumsily to the walls. "Now it looks like a party," he declared proudly. Kaelura's throat tightened. She had thought herself incapable of tears after the accident. Yet here they were, stinging her eyes. When Jorn finished his repairs, he wiped his hands. There, good as new, might even move smoother than before. Kaelura tested the wheels. For the first time in months, the chair glided effortlessly, almost as if it obeyed her thoughts. She looked at him with genuine gratitude. "You've given me more than you know." Jorn rubbed the back of his neck, embarrassed. "Just doing my job." "No," she said firmly. "You gave me more than function. You gave me dignity back." The hall fell quiet for a moment, the weight of her words settling around them. Then Milo broke the silence with a grin. "So, Empress, can we stay a little longer? Dad makes good stew, and I can tell you stories." Kaelura's heart, once a fortress of stone, cracked open just enough to let warmth seep in. "Yes," she whispered. "Stay." That evening stretched into night. Jorn lit a fire in the grand hearth that had been cold for years, filling the hall with a glow brighter than the candles had been. He cooked with simple ingredients from his pack, and together they shared a meal richer than any royal feast. Milo curled up near the fire, doodling dragons with crooked wings. Kaelura wheeled closer, watching him draw. "Why do they all have broken wings?" she asked gently. The boy shrugged. "Because even if they can't fly, they can still be dragons." Her breath caught. Out of the mouths of children came truths sharper than any blade. She reached out, brushing his hair softly. Later, when Milo drifted to sleep by the fire, Kaelura turned to Jorn. "You risk much being here. If word spreads that the mechanic and his son keep company with the Broken Empress, you could lose work, even safety." Jorn met her gaze steadily. "I don't care. My boy saw someone alone on their birthday. He wanted to stay. That's reason enough for me." She looked at him long, searching his face for any trace of pity. There was none, only quiet strength, the kind that didn't need wings or thrones. Something in her heart shifted that night. When dawn painted the palace in gold, Jorn prepared to leave. Milo begged to come back again, and Kaelura surprised herself by nodding eagerly. "You will return," she said, her voice almost commanding again. Jorn chuckled. "Looks like you still remember how to give orders." She smiled, truly smiled this time. "Perhaps, but this is not an order. It is a hope." As the mechanic and his son departed, Kaelura sat in her repaired chair, gazing at the banners of her forgotten empire. For the first time since her fall, the weight on her chest felt lighter. She was still broken, yes, but not alone. And perhaps, she thought, that was enough to begin again.